Hey, Nate here with another 3CX tutorial on version 14. Very similar to 12.5, but there are some changes on where some of the menus are, or sub-menus are. And there's also a call report that is different from 12.5 to version 14. 12.5, you had to actually go to a URL. You would type up here, URL, basically the same thing here, but / reports. Now it's built in and you generate the ports and they get emailed to you. I will have a how-to on that in its own video. So that will be coming in the near future, probably within the next couple days. So let's just get started. If you have system administrator access, you just need to go to the URL or IP address, type it in there, and then enter your username and password. Okay, the first thing you'll see is this quick start splash page, if you will. It's going to show you that our DNS for 3cx.superioreagle.com is configured properly. It would have a red X like this one if it wasn't. Our license is activated. It shows how long your license is valid. We've created extensions. Our Android push notifications are not set up. Configure and deploy IP phones, we're good. Create SIP trunks, we're good. And 3CX web meeting, which will be in another video on itself, is set up properly. System status, it's going to show your port statuses, trunk statuses, SIP trunks, and gateways. As you can see, we have some registered here and some that are not. This is a demo system that we use and mess around with. So some things are good and some things are not, but again, it's just a demo. We use ours under a cloud hosted environment in the cloud, which we offer, but we offer it in on-premise and in the cloud. So here's where you can see what extensions and phones are registered. These are the system extensions, not the user extensions, such as ring groups, parking, auto attendance, voicemail. 3CX clients that are registered, whether it be Android, iPhone applications using the app, or if it's a desktop application, you'll see that it'll be registered here. Services, these need to be all in the started status. If not, and you're experiencing some weirdness, which is highly unlikely, but in the case that it did happen, you'd want to check into here and just make sure all the services are started. If they're not, you can either hit restart all or just start the individual one. You can blacklist, allow, or deny certain IP addresses. Phones, these are phones that are registered to the 3CX or not registered to the 3CX for that matter, and you can then assign or add an extension and it will auto provision the phone simply from here. Really simple. That's what's great about this system, is its user friendliness. Here's a list of all the extensions. You can go in individually and make changes. Web meeting, I'll have a separate how-to video specifically on the web meeting. Here's where you add and delete and edit SIP trunks. SIP trunks are basically trunks that come via your already existing broadband connection, high-speed internet connection. We offer that as well. PSTN gateways, here's where you can configure, add, edit, delete all your PSTN gateways, such as patent devices are most common. Inbound rules, here's where you would set in if you had any DIDs. Maybe your main number is a direct inward dial number and you want your main number to go to a digital receptionist, or also known as an auto attendant. Maybe it's a direct number for one of your users. It would go directly to their extension, or if you wanted to ring a group of phones, this is where you would do that here. Outbound rules is if you have multiple carriers, SIP trunks, and you need to have different rules for the calls to go out for different situations. That would be done there. Here's where you program your digital receptionist, again, also known as auto attendant. thank you for calling ABC Company. Press 1 for sales, 2 for support, or what have you. This is where you do that. And we do have a tutorial on this. It's basically off of version 12.5, but it's the exact same way. Nothing's changed there. Ring groups, configure, add, delete, edit ring groups. Call queues. Call queues are great in like call center environments. You would set up agents to log in, log out based on whether they're available to receive calls, and the customer would be on hold. When an agent becomes available, then they would be able to answer the call. Bridges is for if you had another system, you can bridge the two. So maybe you have location here in California and you got another one in New York. You can bridge the two systems. Here's an inbound fax server for receiving faxes only. You would configure what email address you want it to go to. A fax would come in, it would answer, and then it would get sent to your email. Here's where you manage your recordings, recordings that you've created. Here's where you perform backup and restore, so you can back up the database of the phone system and restore it from here. Please do keep in mind that if you were to do a backup and delete the entire 3 system off of the phone system, you're going to want to remove or save that file not in the 3CX file. That I think by default that it does. I've done that. Call reports. Again, this is new on how they generate call reports versus 12.5, and I will have a how-to video specifically on call reports. Settings, same as 12.5. Some things in here have been renamed, such as PBX used to be the general tab. But again, CDR call detail reports. Here's where you configure your WebRTC, which is basically a web meeting based off of Google Chrome, or I believe on Firefox as well. Here's where you can add, delete, edit entries for a company phone book. Directory search, where you can link this to your Microsoft Exchange. You can synchronize your Exchange to the 3CX phone book. Here's email, where you can receive email notifications. Maybe the phone system, maybe someone dialed emergency number. You can get sent emergency email notification, basically. And then here's where you can edit the email templates. Here's where you enter the emergency number, such as 911. This needs to be configured so when someone dials 911, the call actually goes out and notifies the local dispatch. Here's where you enter your license. Network configurations. Again, most of these are all the same as 12.5. Number blacklist. PBX, again, that was the generals tab. Within there, you have your dial codes. You can edit and change those dial codes for these different things. You can highlight or hover over the question marks, and it'll give you little explanations. Call parking, music on hold, voicemail. Provisioning templates. This is more of an admin or tech support menu. Push is where you set up your push notifications, which we have not done for this system. Security, you can set up anti-hacking, which is highly recommended. It provides more security measures for so people can't access your phone system. It can blacklist them after X amount of tries of them typing in a username, password, what have you. System prompts. Here's where you can see all the system prompts or record system prompts. Troubleshooting. Here's where this is where the activity log is now. The event log, firewall checker used to be under settings, and parameters, which used to be under the advanced tab, in the advanced sub menu under the settings menu here. So again, there's the changes. Relatively similar to 12.5. Not much has changed. A couple things with the call detail reports or the call reports, and where they've kind of moved some of the sub menus within the 3CX. Management console. I hope you found this informative. We will be coming out with more videos for this. As I mentioned, we have previously videos on how to do your digital receptionist and other videos. Check out our channel. Like us on Facebook. My Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter is all Nate W365. Connect with me on Facebook. I'm more than happy. And if you have any other videos that you'd like us to do, feel free to enter them in the comments below, or shoot us an email, Snapchat, or just connect with us whatever way you can, Google Plus, and we will make it happen. All right. Thank you.